Hello and welcome to another update video about APT Aptos. First time I cover it. I'm currently working through requests from channel members. Get a lot of requests, coin requests these days, so I cannot cover them all. So I already only consider requests from channel members, but even there I have to prioritize because, you know, it's just getting overwhelming at some point, and we're not even in the bull run yet. So, however, Aptos one that many members requested, so we're gonna take a look at that. And it's the chart is a bit too young to really fully, you know, look at it from an Elliott wave point of view. We can give it a go and also take a look at some other things in addition to Elliott wave analysis or indicators that can be used together with Elliott wave. So first thing, if we look at volume, we certainly have decent volume here. By the way, I'm looking at it on the daily chart, Binance. We certainly have decent volume down here. It has come up, it has gone up. And we have had, obviously, yeah, you could say, the thing is the beginning, those candles are never really reliable. So ideally you start your analysis at the significant low. I mean, this could be some kind of an ABC, or WXY, you could say, but it doesn't really matter too much what happened down here. What is important is that we build a structure from scratch, and there is certainly a chance that this becomes a 5-wave move. But again, it's a bit too young, this chart and also this asset, for a meaningful Elliott wave analysis, but this is how it would ideally look like. So there is a chance for anybody who wants still to trade this, who hop onto the train, to wait for a wave 4 retracement. I mean, you can always, if you want to, join or try to hop on the train, but typically it's not a good idea typically, because you don't have a clear level where you can set your stop loss. Also, in my opinion, there isn't really a key breakout level that could be traded. I mean, that's already gone. Yeah, that's already gone. I don't know what this weird wick is, but if we focus on this, you would say that ideally, yeah, we are going to see here at some point a more meaningful wave 4 retracement, and that could be used to jump onto the train for a wave 5. At the moment, though, I don't really have a clear setup in place here for the wave 4. At the moment, there is no indication that a sustainable top is in place, and not even a wave 3 top. So this could still go higher, and we could rally into further extensions. This here looks like some kind of a third wave because it is so strong. Then we had maybe a small 4 and a small 5. That might be enough to finish off this larger third. And if we came down now for this fourth wave, then we would be looking at the area between the 50% FIB level and the 23.6. So between 898 and 1183 as some kind of a support area that we might touch in a fourth wave, and then we could still rally in a fifth. That is sort of, as per Elliott wave, a decent area where the wave 4 should get into. This was certainly too shallow for this wave 4, I would say, because the strength of the move, normally if you have a main wave 4, you would get a stronger retracement in a fourth wave. And then we should still get a fifth. And if we get a fifth, I mean, we can give it a go also in terms of target here. For that, we take the length of the third wave. We add it to the low of the fourth. Now, naturally, obviously, I don't have a target for the fourth yet. But we've got a target, but we don't have a defined bottom. So any target I will give you now for a fifth wave is a bit speculative. But let's go into the middle here to the 38.2 retracement. That would give us a target of around 1690. Possibly even higher, yeah? I mean, if it goes really wild, it could reach out to 21. And then we need to take it from there. It's certainly an active uptrend. It's an active impulse. And these can always extend out further. So don't be surprised if this rallies higher. What I can tell you at the moment, there is no sign of a top in place yet. Now, let's take a look at some indicators. We are here on let's go to the daily chart. Daily chart is obviously massively overbought. Now, many people use the RSI and say, right, it's overbought, it comes down. Well, if you traded based on this, you would have exited the market already down here. So you can't really use that, right? So all it shows at the moment is that this momentum is still increasing, which could be an indication of the beginning of a bull run. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, it could be. Here the MACD would have given us a nice buy signal. That was end of December. I didn't have the coin on the radar because you can't really look at all the coins, really. But then again, from an Elliott wave point of view, you can't really analyze this anyway. This would have been a lifetime downtrend, horrible chart. It's only really as soon as you get structure in place that you can use the Elliott wave analysis and that you can use any technical analysis, because there is no way anybody could have said it's going to reverse here. In this case, yes, you had a bullish crossover on the MACD the first time in its history. So it might have given you a clue, but then again, indicators should always only be used as indicators, not as evidence. So price action is always key. But yeah, you know, we had along the way here bullish crossovers on the MACD and the RSI. It's now overbought, shows a strong momentum to the upside still, strong uptrend. What we now see is that, and by the way, such a high reading always indicates that we are in some kind of a third wave or so it could still push higher. And if we now look at the 4-hour chart, or in the 4-hour chart, we can see bearish divergences appear. So the price is making higher highs, and the price is making higher highs, and the RSI is already making lower highs. The MACD not yet. So these are a little bit contradictory, and also the cross. Yeah, okay, you've got here a bit of a bearish divergence. Did I say bearish crossover? No, bearish divergence on the 4-hour. On the RSI, the MACD, you don't really see that. Only on the histogram you can see it. So that sometimes happens towards the end of a third wave, that you get those bearish crossover, bearish divergences. So it could indicate that this wave 4 is coming soon. But again, price action doesn't really confirm it yet, and we don't really have a substantial top in place. Evidence, obviously, that we are in this wave 4 would be if we break below the previous low here at 1174 and then get into this support area. And ideally, we need to hold it then to get a high reliability fifth wave to the upside. Looking at the 1-hour chart, here you can see that bearish divergence a little bit clearer. So it seems to be running out of steam a little bit. On the other hand, it's just consolidating at the moment. Yeah, you see here some kind of a small bull flag on the 1-hour. It all depends on what time frame you're trading, right? But again, at the moment, this still looks like an impulse up and a corrective move down. So I wouldn't be surprised for it to still push higher, especially as long as it's holding the 50% retracement here on the 1-hour chart. And that's 1304. If we drop below 1304, there's a good chance to get into the green region. And all-time high targets are impossible to calculate here because we don't have that structure. So we don't have a structure at all, so you can't really use in any way the FIBs to measure the extensions. I mean, you could do something highly speculative and try to count this as a wave 1 and then here the A, B, C down, which is extremely unreliable. And then you could say, all right, based on that, we should get to this or that level. But this is not, and I would have to start at 0 anyway, go to the high of that wick. But that wick, I don't even know if that wick is on different exchanges as well. Anyway, you would be looking at a target for the 1.618 extension 3047 for a key target. If we have here a 1, 2, 3, 3047 as a minimum. That's always sort of just the minimum, but this would be too speculative for me to say, yeah, you know, I've got a lot of confidence into this. But certainly, you know, we are in an uptrend, and when you are buying a coin down here, yeah, you always need to be ready that this could be a coin that will, I want to say, you know, eventually could die. Until you see a signal to the upside, you can't trade it anyway. Yeah, you could be short, but we had various resistances that were broken here. We had this high broken, and we had then this key level broken here, and this is just the wick to the upside, and that is actually ending at 1716. But I don't actually know if that is on different exchanges as well. Coinbase certainly doesn't really give us a, yeah, it is on different exchanges, so it's a bit of a strange wick. Yeah, need to go back to the, always try to use the USD chart, not Tether, because USDT charts are less reliable just purely because of the depegging from the dollar, even though it's not much. But yeah, I mean, what else can you say? You know, you're in an uptrend. It gave you possible targets. EMA ribbon, we're certainly above all these EMAs on the daily as well. in terms of, I mean, yeah, all the indicators, you know, it's an uptrend. It's an uptrend, and you can use trend lines as well to help you determine, you know, when might this uptrend be over. I don't think we're there yet. You can draw a trend line here. You only have you have 3 touch points really. Let me make that a bit smaller. And that might be an interesting one when you connect all these lows together. That's, you know, where we might actually come down to, yeah. So depending on when that happens, we could hit this wave. We could directly get into this wave 4 support region and find support at this trend line as well. And yeah, that's sort of my view. I mean, there's no sign it's stopping yet. We could be getting towards the end of this 3rd wave, but don't have a confirmed top in place. Wave 4 support area I gave you, wave 5 target I gave you, larger wave 3 target I gave you, but please understand this is highly speculative. Look at the RSI and the MACD. And the moving averages, you know, that's all you can do, and the volume, and that's where we are. So hopefully you like the update about Aptos. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.